Happy Life, Chapter 52. Your experience is an asset acquired over time as you move through life's lessons in the process of evolution. A road traveled is a road known. In light of such an achievement, you discover that there is a huge gap between theory and practice. Think more before you act, making calm, level-headed decisions. When you act on impulse, you are subject to making big mistakes. Certain events happen at their appropriate time. Even so, a wise person sets the time for lofty achievements. So, in our lesson today, Joana de Angelis speaks to us about the necessity, the need to take our time to make decisions. A lot of times we act impulsively. Some of us are more impulsive than others. A lot of times we're acting instinctively. So we are not really acting, we are reacting. We don't give the situation, the circumstances, the time that's needed. We are in this instinctive mode, which is very familiar to us because we spend a tremendous amount of time as primitive, instinctive beings fighting for our survival and always ready to protect ourselves, to attack, to defend. But precisely what characterizes us as human beings now in this condition is the fact that we have intelligence. And little by little, what we're invited to do is to use our intelligence to override our instincts. Not that we are going to eliminate the instincts altogether, because as long as we are in this physical material body, instinct is part of our existence. And they have a place, a time, and they're useful in some situations. However, what we're invited to do is to use our reasoning, to use our intelligence. And although we might have the instinct activated and the eagerness to speak, to act, we also humans. So we have the ability to stop ourselves, to give it some time, to reflect, and then to act. And why is that part of a happy life? It's part of a happy life because so many times, because we don't do that, because we act more instinctively than, as human beings that we are, we end up causing problems and harm to others and to ourselves. And this hurry in which we act becomes a problem and brings unhappiness and brings troubles to our existence. So we have lived other times, we are learning from our experiences. It is important in this process that we stop and we think, what have I learned? What roads have I already walked? What has life already taught me? What do I know, right? So take the time to ask yourself these questions and to take from your own experience the solutions, the possible alternatives for the way you are going to solve a particular problem. So Joana reminds us, when you act on impulse, you're subject to making big mistakes. Certain events happen at their appropriate time. Even so things come to us at the right time, the time that we can handle them. Even so, a wise person sets the time for lofty achievements. So although that circumstance is there and we're ready to tackle it, when we're wise, if we feel an impulse to act quickly, unless it's a situation where we are fighting for our lives, our physical lives, or whatever that might be, a danger, right? We have time. You have time. Take your time. Think about it. And reflect before acting. And I think that in this way, we'll be able to save a lot of hardship, problems, turmoil, and disharmony in our lives. So that's the reflection for the day. Let's see, one day at a time, if we can do that. One day and one circumstance at a time. Have a wonderful day.